The stage is set.
Let's get it!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
Oh, hell no!
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson, and as you all know, this is my best TV friend, John Henson.
Actually, some people may not know me, John.
But that's why, said your name.
Touche.
Today, 24 ordinary men and women will try and conquer the biggest and craziest obstacle course ever assembled.
And at the end of the day, one of those brave souls will walk away with $50,000.
How much?
$50,000.
Well, before anybody can claim the 50 large, they have to get past the Wipeout Qualifier. And today's Qualifier, crazier than ever. We start with the sweeper run.
I love it.
And from there, we go to everybody's favorite, the big balls.
Oh, yeah.
Along with their fun, loving friend, the motivator.
Yeah, sort of a pushy friend, but he'll keep things moving along.
Contestants will then have to make their way across the shish kebab. And finally, the fender bender. 6 spinning boat fenders. And this week, bonus, we added an incline.
That's right, because apparently it wasn't hard enough already. Of our 24 lucky contestants, only those with the top 12 times will make it past the qualifier and on to the next round.
Well, I say we get right to it. We take you now to the top of the course with our first contestant, Andy Canseco.
Oh, really? Any relation to the famous baseball player Jose Canseco?
None.
Maybe a very distant
No.
relation.
Jill got her story earlier.
Are you athletic?
I like to participate in sports, yeah.
What kind of sports?
I've played rugby, polo, and I do jujitsu now.
Oh, you do? Can you show me some moves?
Sure.
Okay.
Probably not a black belt,
Are you
huh?
sure?
More like a safety belt.
There's the horn, and Andy Canseco heads to the sweeper run, where she has to make her way across the beam without getting tripped up. Let's see if that extensive jujitsu training pays off. Oh, yeah, more lessons maybe.
Her kung fu grip is just not strong enough.
Well, she gets another chance on the second half of the sweeper run.
Whoa!
Oh, and look at her holding on to that thing for dear life. Look at the replay, Johnny.
Are you sure she's not related to Jose Canseco, John? This one's going. Dawn.
Pick up Andy now in the top of the second inning, or what we like to call the big balls.
Ooh, the motivator taking a swing. A swing and a miss.
Safe at first base there, John. Let's see if she can get to second. Oh, yikes.
That was definitely a triple play.
Yeah, she slid too soon and then took a header before she reached home. Andy approaching the shish kebab. Let's see how she chooses to manage this obstacle.
I think you're gonna crawl.
Crawl? There's no crawling in baseball.
Wow, but apparently there are high-pitched squeals.
Andy now making her way to the fender bender. Hey, Andy. How you
Hey,
doing?
what's up? The objective here is to cross that bridge of fenders and make it to the platform in order to stop the clock. Otherwise, it's going to be a slow swim to that finish spot. Let's see how this one goes.
Oh, Canseco, lucky she's not on the disabled list after that play.
Ooh. Andy Canseco took a beating, but she's going to finish with a respectable opening time of 3 minutes, 55 seconds.
I lost my shoe.
And your inhaler.
Next at the top of the course is Dean Osich. He's a rapping Reverend, John. And Jill caught up with him earlier.
Come on, bust one out.
Okay. You got your drugs and you got your ladies. How much more can you get? How about hell and a lifelong debt? You want to be pure, try to be sure, try to be G-O-D, positive. Positive. Be G-O-D, positive.
John, I am positive that's the first rapping Reverend I've ever heard.
Let's do this.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice has really let himself go.
All right, helicopters of death.
Helicopters of death. I like to think of them as helicopters of eternal life. Oh, no!
Smack!
That hit separated his church and his face.
Now Rev Diddy at the big ball hizzy.
No problem. These aren't big balls.
I hate to question a man of the cloth, but 1,000 pounds of compressed air says those are some pretty big balls.
Here we go, big red balls.
John, today a lot of people are discovering just how big and bouncy our balls are.
Boing.
Slam!
Big balls, meet the bigger balls.
Woo! Even this guy was dwarfed by our big balls.
Yeah, but I think it's a tie in the jiggle department.
Next at the top of the course, we have Michael Abrahams.
Go from here to here.
What's he doing, the foxtrot?
Keep it tight, nothing extra,
John, he's so old he can barely
no
move.
extra movements.
Economy of movement, good, and a moment for our old timer with Jill.
So how old are you?
I'll be 43 next month.
What?
42 now.
Oh, he's lying, John.
And I've had gray hair since 27. And then I always tell everybody, just because there's snow on the roof, don't mean there's no fire in the furnace.
John, this is definitely the curious case of Michael Abrahams.
Yeah, he should come back in 30 years when he's 20.
Oh, nice jump. Looks very spry.
I'd say some of that snow on the roof just got shaken off. Thank God he still has that plate in his head from the war.
Civil or revolutionary?
Oh, boy. I think the sweeper was trying to cut him in half and count the rings.
Next up is Adam Lonis.
No cause is lost if there is but one fool left to fight.
Was that a Pirates of the Caribbean quote? Wow, this guy's pretty cool.
Jill caught up with this cool dude earlier. Is he holding a balloon that says Wipeout?
Yeah. So he's a 23-year-old balloon sculptor and pirate enthusiast, and it says here he's never had a girlfriend. That's cool.
Oh, and he was just thrown overboard. If he didn't look like a pirate before, that sweeper arm definitely gave him an eye patch and peg leg.
Let's go down to Jill, who's found more booty on the course in the form of 3 sisters.
Okay, guys, I'm down here with Lauren, Gigi, and Jillian.
Yay.
Welcome to Wipeout, girl.
Look, it's a sisterhood of the traveling hot pants.
I want you to know, first of all, I'm the perfect one.
Is it true?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, see, Jill, I would not have gone there.
I did it first. I said it first. No. You know I said it
Run, Jill. Save yourself.
Yes. I am the prettiest and the perfect and the most talented. Hi. I'm perfect.
The Geip sisters tackling the qualifier in birth order. Oldest first, then the middle, and the youngest. Off to a very slow start.
I'm the tannest and prettiest sister.
I have a feeling she's going to be the dark horse in this race, John.
I think she already is.
The oldest Geip, Lauren, making good time on the sweeper run.
Ooh. Firstborn just became airborne.
And here comes the middle Geip. She's down too. John, this is amazing. Are they twin sisters? Look at that.
No, but I'd say they're twisted sisters.
And at the big balls now, our oldest Geip, Lauren, has the best time so far. Let's see how this works out. Ow!
Oh.
Not quite.
Yeah, Jill, looks like the big balls turned her legs into wet noodles.
Also looking like a wet noodle is the dark horse Geip. She's approaching the big balls. She looks like you with your man makeup on, John.
How dare you? I'm naturally orange.
She's off. Oh! Now she's Seabiscuit.
I think she just wanted to get some sun for a quick tan.
I'm the tannest and prettiest sister.
Make sure you get the back, too.
Oh, yeah. She knows what she's doing. John, look at this. Her desire to tan has helped her on the course. She's the fastest Geip sister to the shish kebab. Dark horse Geip off and galloping again.
Ooh, the shish kebab does not like the dark mate. This could be the middle Geip's chance to shine.
Holy.
That's one way to get noticed.
Give her a break, John. The middle child needs attention. Ooh, now she needs a new kidney.
Now at the last obstacle, the middle Geip, sporting the fastest time. Oh, and she nearly made it to the end. But the middle sister's attention-grabbing efforts have paid off. She clocks in with a time of 2:41.
Gianna, I have news for you.
What's up?
You beat both of your sisters.
Shut the front door.
I just shut the front door. Yes, I did.
Oh my
John, finally the middle sister gets a moment to shine.
That's right. You don't even need to.
But unfortunately, it's time to take a break.
You know what? It's all right. She's not the perfect one. Welcome back to Wipeout America, where the course is hard, but the math is easy. 24 competitors start our qualifier. 12 of them earn the right to move on.
And they'll be one step closer to the grand prize of 50,000 smackaroos.
Speaking of smackaroos, our next contestant ready at the top of the course.
Oh, lefty. Okay, we got it. Let's see what Jill got from Scotty Granger earlier.
So now I hear you're a musician, right?
Yep, I'm a background singer, professionally.
Can you sing me like a little Wipeout victory song?
Oh. Wipeout, I want you to know that I'm gonna win.
Hey, let's not get ahead of yourself, Scotty. First, you got to take on the sweeper run, which has been producing hit singles all day long.
Very smooth, flying right by the first sweeper. He still has to contend with our double sweepers.
You know, for a background singer, he's got the moves of a frontman.
Oh, nice leap. He's made it. The songbird is flying.
Go, Scotty!
Jill, Scotty's showing some serious range as he speeds towards the big balls. Yikes!
Looks like Scotty may have to sing soprano from now on.
40 seconds in, and he's already at the shish kebab. Could be the first to make it all the way across. Nope.
Great try, though.
Scotty making his way to the fender bender and still in great time.
He's not slowing down,
Come on,
John.
Scotty!
Holy moly!
Wow. Oh!
Scotty flew at those fenders like they requested Freebird.
This is going to still be an amazing time. Scotty Granger flying through the course, earning his moment in the spotlight.
Come on, Scotty. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Okay, from our flying songbird to a really big bird. This is 6'4" Bree Mannert. Says her favorite sport is basketball, Johnny.
Shocker. Well, I'm sure she'll be dribbling and drooling fairly soon.
Ouch!
Zooks!
Go!
Oh, man.
6'4", that has got to hurt.
Jill, at any height, that has to hurt. Big balls 101. Don't hold your nose before impact.
Yeah, I think she was playing got your nose with the big balls. Then the big balls won. Hey, Jill, who's next?
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Patsy Chambers. Patsy, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
So tell me the most interesting thing that's ever happened to you.
I've been abducted by aliens. Really?
Okay, wait a minute. So what'd they look like?
Giant lizards walking around. I went to this place that I think it was a space university.
Someone should tell her there are a lot of great schools on the East Coast.
Do this!
John, let's see how Patsy's alien education pays off on the sweeper run.
Oh, hell no. Save me now, because I don't think I can do this.
I'm guessing she didn't get into Space University on an athletic scholarship.
Okay, I quit.
Quit?
What?
Maybe she couldn't handle the fact that that sweeper arm looks like a probe.
Uh-oh. Looks like she hasn't paid her alumni dues.
Hell no.
Hey, nice wipeout. Okay, the course is clear. Now we've got a normal human being at the top.
Normal being a relative term on this show.
No, Johnny. This is Sean Lute. Family man, got a baby girl due any day now.
Oh! Now there are two little girls in the family.
Tough check. John, the sweeper run has been knocking them out of the park all day long. Ow! Looks like batting practice. Yikes! Crack! There's a drive. Ow!
Ooh, a bug. Swing and a miss.
There's a hit. It's a double.
Oh, I just fell in love with baseball all over again.
Over at the shish kebab is student Brittany Lawless. Told us she is super excited to be here.
Whoa! Before she got skewered on the shish kebab, Jill had the chance to grill her. Huh. She doesn't look super excited. More like bored.
Brittany, welcome to Wipeout.
I'm glad to be here.
All right, so I can tell.
Maybe she's excited on the inside.
You know what? I hear you got some pretty sweet dance moves.
No, not at all.
All right, calm yourself, Captain Enthusiasm.
What about the money? What are you going to do with it if you win?
Saving for a house someday.
Very logical.
Fascinating. Let's go back to our run, John.
Surprisingly, John, bored Brittany making thrilling time on our fender bender.
Yeah, but a quick surface.
A quick run. Our last female competitor posting the best time and leading the ladies into the next round.
Finally, something for Brittany to be excited about.
Yay!
Brittany, fastest time of all the women. A little bit more, huh?
I made it.
Well, there's no reason to shout.
Let's go now to Chris Poyetin, final contestant. John, he claims no woman can beat him. Jill with the man behind the boast.
Why couldn't a woman beat you?
Just a woman can't stand up to what I got.
Okay, all right. Well, you got the confidence vibe down. Thank you.
Jill, are you single by chance?
Chris Poyetin setting out to beat every girl's time today.
Let's see if the sweeper run can stand up to what he's got.
After that hit, Chris will be lucky if he can stand up at all. Chris up to the big balls, and he needs to hurry up.
Come on, Chris, don't let the big balls see you whining. You gotta man up.
We have a man down.
Okay, at this point, Brittany Lawless has already beat him.
Jill, approaching the fender bender, Chris has already been beaten by Brittany Lawless, Nicole DeCastro, Alyssa DePampa, and the entire sisterhood of the Traveling Hot Pants.
Come on. Come on, Chris. If you finish the course, you can still beat the lady that got abducted by aliens.
Oh, hell no.
Well, Chris, now you've also been beaten by Andy Canseco and Bree Manners.
Actually, Chris, by your standards, definitely not a man.
So, Chris, I have to tell you, 8 women beat you.
So, still going for tonight?
No.
Well, he's not going out with Jill, and he's not showing up on our leaderboard.
Moving on, our balloon pirate Adam Lonis, board Brittany Lawless, and Scotty Songbird Granger.
Also living the $50,000 dream, the rapping Reverend Dean Osuch, Michael Father Time Abrahams, and the fantastic Gipe sisters, that threesome of bronze goddesses.
I'm perfect.
Here's your look at the leaderboard, but as always, we clear the scores at the end of each round, so the contestants start each new event with a clean slate, except for the Gipe sisters, who leave an orangey residue.
Welcome back to the wide world of wipeouts. After the qualifier, we have half the field, but all the fun. A dozen hopefuls remain. John, tell the people who the hopefuls are.
Nothing would make me happier. We have our rapping Reverend Dean Osuch, Father Time Michael Abrahams, Scotty the Songbird Granger, and of course, the trio of Gipe sisters.
That's right, they are back and tanner than ever.
You said it, sister, and they better be ready because all of our contestants are about to take on the King of the Mountain.
Those 12 contestants each will stand on a 10-foot-high pedestal as the platform moves in a circular motion. The first 6 contestants who can jump on that platform and make their way to one of the 6 spots near the edge of the mountain move on to the next round. But they have to avoid 2 giant clubs and rubber donuts if they want a shot at that 50 grand. And if at first you don't succeed, John, try again.
That's right, and wipe out again. And again. And again.
All right, grab a Sherpa guide and let's go to the mountain.
Getting ready to bring it to y'all bitches.
Well, John, they seem pretty fired up.
Except board Brittany. Get that girl an espresso and let's get going.
And King of the Mountain is underway, and the rapping Reverend makes the first move.
Falls off the west side. Board Brittany stays bored.
Dark Horse Gipe goes for it and ends up in the water. But she inspires Middle Gipe, who wipes out right after her.
Just like Mom and Dad, the King of the Mountain punishes each of these sisters equally.
Well, with the 2 sisters in the water, let's see how the oldest Gipe handles the mountain. He does not.
Lauren, go! Lauren, where are you at?
What do you think she's waiting for?
I have no idea.
Maybe she's trying to get a darker tan than her sister.
Well, she needs to keep cooking. She makes it onto the platform. Ooh, but all that suntan oil sends her right into the water.
The rapping Reverend wants his second chance. Looks like he's trying the duck and cower approach.
Whoa, Dark Horse Gipe almost lands on the Reverend. Takes him down with her.
The King of the Mountain is mighty, and it smites you.
Well, all 6 spots on the mountain remain open. Scotty the Songbird makes it on, crawls his way to the middle, struggling to hang on. No! Cannot cut it.
Dark Horse Guide makes it onto the platform, struggles to her feet, gets her legs taken out, but hangs on, and all those years of stealing attention from her older sisters is paid off as she makes it onto the mountain and steals that first spot.
She is perfect, John. And that leaves 5 spots left. And the Balloon Pirate, he's on and under the bar.
He finds a sea leg. Oh! Timber me timbers. The Balloon Pirate goes in search of the Black Pearl and winds up with a black eye.
And with 5 spots left, Middle Gipe tries again to join her sister on the mountain.
Oh, a little trash talking now coming from the Songbird.
Hey, it worked.
When I get off this, I'm getting punched in the face, you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow is right. I guess it's sisters before misters in this family.
Again, 5 spots to be hacked, and board Brittany actually decides to do something. Makes her way to the middle. Ooh, Songbird nearly knocked her off, but board Brittany stays interested just long enough to make it onto the mountain.
Look at that, they're holding hands.
It's not really a sweet gesture, John. I think they're just trying to keep their balance.
Why'd you have to ruin everything? Well, the Songbird makes it on, grabbing the 3rd spot, and the Dark Horse's hand.
Maybe not the best strategy.
I'm getting punched in the face, you.
No, it's brilliant. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
And with 3 spots left, the rapping Reverend trying to join that trinity. Genuflects his way towards the middle, and the Balloon Pirate weighs anchor, and he's given chase.
But the rapping Reverend gets hit in the hips and hops into the water. See what I did there with hip and the hop?
Love it, yep. That leaves it wide open as our pirate walks the plank, and he will claim the 4th spot on the mountain.
And grabs the Songbird's hand. What's with a circle of love, man?
I don't know, but Father Time wants some of that love and feeling.
You know, back in his day, if the mountain wouldn't come to you, you had to go to the mountain.
Well, that kind of experience pays off as he's on the mountain and claims the 5th spot.
And the balloon pirate's hand.
Well, we only have 1 spot left now to complete that circle of love.
The rapping Reverend hasn't lost his faith, just his grip.
Middle guy makes it on and under the bar. You know, she could be going for a family reunion, Johnny. And it looks like she's gonna get there as she makes it onto the mountain. She will complete our circle of love.
Kumbaya, Johnny, kumbaya.
Well, the middle guy will be moving along with her sister Jillian, the dark horse guy. Unfortunately, the oldest guy will be watching from the sidelines.
Yeah, but at least she'll get married first.
Also moving on, Scotty, the songbird Granger, Michael Abrahams, our Father Time, Adam, the balloon pirate Lonis, and Brittany Lawless.
She's boring. We are back on Wipeout, where our crash test dummies are real. Yeah, they're made of people. And we got 6 of those people moving into our next round.
Board Brittany Lawless is here, Scotty the songbird Granger. 2 of our Gipes have made it. There's Jillian the dark horse Gipe and Gianna the middle Gipe.
Father Time Michael Abrahams is here, and Adam the balloon pirate Lonis.
Just 4 will move on to the Wipeout Zone, get a shot at our $50,000 prize.
But before they can enter the Wipeout Zone, they have to spin right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, on the Dizzy Dummy 2.0. Here's how it works.
For 4 rounds, contestants are strapped into the Dizzy Dummy until they're good and dizzy. That's where we got the name. Then they move on to the spinner, where they have to navigate their way through the bungee web.
Next, they move on to the sack launch, John. Sack, because it's a giant sack of air, and launch, because when you're on it, and another person jumps on, you get launched.
Another well-named obstacle. The first person to make it to the platforms moves on. The remaining 5 get back on the Dizzy Dummy, and this time attack the zigzag buoy run. And when that's done,
we spin again. All right, round and round they go. When they stop, chunks might blow.
Round 1, they are strapped in and starting up.
I love that sound, Johnny.
Oh, getting dizzy!
Middle Gipe's getting dizzy.
Getting so dizzy!
Check that, so dizzy.
Our balloon pirate there, looking extra piratey. Balloons are fun. Whoops.
Oh my God!
Fun begins now.
Look at board Brittany. I think she's actually starting to have some fun.
Ooh. She ought to stick to boring.
Balloon pirate sailing through the bungee web.
And dark horse guy
I'm stuck a little bit.
has baked herself onto the Dizzy Dummy.
Our balloon pirate is in the lead, using his sea legs there. He'll be moving on to the sack launch.
You know, I think our balloon pirate might have an advantage on the sack launch. I mean, it is a giant balloon.
Brittany about to launch him. No, launches him toward the finish line.
While Scotty launches Brittany into orbit.
And our pirate easily swashbuckling his way into the Wipeout Zone.
Yeah, can we see that launch again, though? If board Brittany wanted flying lessons, who better than from a songbird?
This is round 2, and they'll be headed to the zigzag buoy run, John.
The songbird's so dizzy, he's been reduced to singing children's songs.
X, Y, and...
There's Middle Gipe licking her lips. She's either tasting victory or breakfast.
Here we go for round 2. Board Brittany again out first. Ooh.
Nope.
Songbird is off as well. Father Time, he's on. Dark Horse Gipe, Middle Gipe having some trouble getting going. Father Time, Songbird making it through. Here comes Dark Horse Gipe. Oh, that will leave a mark, John.
Well, a bruise is kind of like a tan.
Our leaders are at the buoy. Songbird takes a bird bath. Father Time now, he's on. He'll be followed by Dark Horse Gipe. Middle Gipe finally has made it through. Oh, and Father Time's now in the water. Oh, Songbird swooping in.
And board Brittany playing the waiting game. And she's good.
Dark Horse Gipe on the move now. She's chasing Songbird, and now...
Oh my God!
Nice view, Scotty.
Sure hope Dark Horse Gipe remembered to put her moon screen on.
Eat it, Gipe. Eat it.
Oh, man, the smack talking between these two, really, it has not stopped.
I would have wished this upon my worst enemy to see this!
Winning tactic.
Well, I think the Songbird and the Dark Horse are natural enemies in the wild.
Dark Horse Gipe, she'll try to catch up. Oh, she's got it, so they're neck and neck now. One last jump for either of them gets them to that last buoy. Who's gonna get it? Either.
Dark Horse Gipe and Songbird doing a little duet there. Dave Matthews Band, Crash Into Me.
Father Time leaping unsuccessfully.
Here comes board Brittany. Ooh, she's down.
Middle Gipe now has a chance to make a move. And she's got it, John.
Looks like the Songbird is too much man for that buoy.
And up ahead, the Gipe sisters are now neck and neck. It is a race to the last buoy again. Will it be middle Gipe or dark horse Gipe? Wait, John, what you doing there?
Oh, it's so good sunlight being raised.
Dark Horse Gipe obviously needs to photosynthesize before she can move on.
Dark horse getting up. Can she make that jump? She's got it.
One last leap to the finish. Can she do it?
Yes.
Yes.
Dark horse Gipe will be the next contestant moving on to the Wipeout Zone.
And she's celebrating with a little victory dance there.
Damn.
Okay.
What? All right, we're starting up again. This is round 3.
I'm about to chunk.
Songbird should be used to chunking. It's how he feeds his young. And hopefully no one's hungry.
Board Brittany has a really good chance to take the lead here.
Oh! Brittany may be bored, but she is definitely entertaining everyone else.
Songbird making it through the bungee web, tumbling down like a baby bird out of the nest. Middle Gipe is there. She'll be chasing our Songbird. He's already at the sack launch. Here comes Middle Gipe to launch him. Oh, now it wasn't much of a launch, but it was enough to send him into the water. Middle Gipe now has a clear path. Father Time's taking a knee.
Hey, when you're that old, you're just glad they're not artificial knees.
Here comes Board Brittany. She's on the sack launch, both trying to make their way across, but here comes Songbird.
Whoa, they all go into the water. Songbird getting the early bird special. 2 for 1.
And as they swim back, now would be the perfect time for Father Time to jump back in our game.
But I think he's going to stick with the old man approach. Sitting is fun.
I think our ladies have figured out a strategy here, John. They're allowing Songbird to go first so he cannot launch them.
The ladies working together. Oh, but he doesn't go anywhere. That is one big bird.
Middle Gipe into the drink.
That leaves Board Brittany. How do I say this?
Oh, you're touching his butt!
That'll work.
Songbird very close to the end, trying to get onto that platform. Oh, and Board Brittany's now in the water, but not before Songbird can grab a piece of that match.
Middle Gipe coming now.
Songbird really using that wingspan. Can he make it up? Yep, he is up. Oh, Middle Gipe's back in the water. Now just a few more steps for Songbird and something to crow about.
Scotty is going to the Wipeout Zone.
Get it. Eat it, ladies.
That is so rude. What does Father Time get to eat?
Okay, here we go. It's our last ticket to the Wipeout Zone.
That's right, Jill, and it's a showdown between Father Time and Board Brittany.
I think you forgot Middle Gipe.
Oh, yeah. And look out! Stampede.
No, I do this again.
Here comes Middle Gipe and Father Time. They're on. Father Time sliding. Oh, he is down. Middle Gipe shoots up to the bungee web. Board Brittany on the move now. Middle Gipe is down. Board Brittany at the bungee web. Father Time on the spinner too. And Middle Gipe is on to the first buoy.
But here comes Board Brittany.
Board Brittany, I give up.
Middle Gipe is flying through this course, John. Who's going to catch her? Obviously not these two.
Middle Gipe about to move on to the final buoy. Oh, yep, she's made it.
Nice.
Middle Gipe with one last jump, a chance at joining her sister in the Wipeout Zone, and a shot at $50,000. Here she goes.
Oh, and she's struggling to get up, Johnny. So close. I'm not sure she can make this, John.
Hang on.
Look, even Songbird's cheering for her. Can't. Oh, man, that's just sad.
Everybody's pulling for her. Except for those two, really.
Oh, this is painful to watch. Can she get up there?
Come on, please.
She got it.
And her perseverance is going to pay off. She is the fourth contestant and our second Gipe sister moving on to the Wipeout Zone.
Joining her will be her sister Jillian Dark Horse Gipe, Scotty Songbird Granger, and Adam the Balloon Pirate Lonis. Welcome back to Wipeout, where so far the Wipeouts have not disappointed. You know, they never really do. No, they don't. But before we can hand out the $50,000, one more obstacle must be conquered. The Wipeout Zone. The Wipeout Zone made up of 4 stages. It begins with the aqua launch. Contestants will attempt to control their launch into the zone while contending with a torrent of water. Then they'll have to make their way up the raging rapids and avoid being washed away by a 1,000-gallon tidal wave. Next up, it's the crazy sweeper, where they must follow the beam while not getting hit by the hanging demolition balls and 2 ominous sweeper arms. Then it's up and over each wedge turntable to finish up the course.
4 contestants remain, and the one with the best time goes home $50,000 richer.
Up first, it's our balloon pirate, Adam Lonis. Jill's with him now.
How you feeling about this?
I am so nervous about this. This looks so much different in real life.
I mean, you know, I think you'd feel pretty at home. You got the whole pirate thing, water.
I'll just have to go out there and swash a couple buckles.
Adam the balloon pirate Lonis ran his booty off through the qualifier and put up one of the best times of the day. He felt right at home walking the plank on King of the Mountain, and it was mutiny on the sack launch as Adam took first place, landing him a spot in the wipeout zone.
Adam Lonis about to walk the gangplank, metaphorically speaking.
There's the buzzer, and he's off.
Whoa! Oh my! Launching far into the deep seas of the wipeout zone.
Yeah, getting good distance, John, giving him a good head start on the next obstacle, the Raging Rapids.
The battle in opposite directions. Adam going up the ramp, water coming down.
Yeah, and that 1,000-gallon tidal wave is gonna come any minute. Wow. The 23-year-old balloon pirate holds on somehow. Is there a hook on one of those hands, John? Adam is really setting the bar here in the zone.
Please stop.
Making good time thus far, but I'll tell you right now, there is a lot more this swashbuckler is going to have to contend with in the wipeout zone.
First and foremost, that is the crazy sweeper.
What the hell?
Obviously, John, the balloon pirate, intimidated by the crazy sweeper. But he makes a run for it, and yikes! That right in the buckle.
Yeah, he ran into the perfect storm there, John.
You can see hard hit that sends him plunging back into the water.
Forget balloon pirate. He looked like Captain Crunch.
All right, back up at the top and ready to tackle this thing again.
How to do this?
A perplexed Adam Lonis now making another go at it, pushing that blue ball right out of his way. Nice. The sweeper right on his tail.
Yes, he makes it.
All right, his revenge swift and terrible. Well played in the wipeout zone.
And now it's on to the final obstacle of the evening, the wedge turntable.
Remember, you have to climb up and over each wedge before jumping onto the next turntable.
Not only that, but when they're on the wedges, they are getting blasted with a downpour of icy cold water.
Ooh, just couldn't hang on there, Johnny. And stormy waters for our pirate here at the final obstacle.
He needs to remember he's not in the Caribbean right now. He's in the wipeout zone, and time's a-wasting, my friend.
All right, he makes it to the first turntable again, and making his way up over that wedge, only 2 turntables to go.
Huge leap puts him onto the second turntable. Well done. All right, 1 more turntable to go. He makes a go for it, and oh!
Where did he go?
Cannot hold on.
A hard hit, you know where he ends up. Waterlogged. Clock always ticking, Johnny, almost to the 15-minute mark. These wipeouts on the wedges really affecting his time in a major way.
Oh, takes a little shot from the sweeper arm right there. Onto the second turntable, unfazed, up and over that.
Now can he make it onto the final wedge turntable? This is the money ball here.
He makes a leap for it, and he's safe. All he has to do now is climb his way to the top and straddle the wedge to stop the clock.
15 minutes, 18 seconds. Adam has set the time to beat. But can this woman take the wind out of his sails? Our first Gype sister of the night. Let's see how she got here.
Gianna, the middle Gype sister, bested both of her sisters in the qualifier. Gave it her all and was the final contestant to make it on the King of the Mountain. And Zigzag Buoy ran her way into the wipeout zone.
Now, John, we started the day, you remember, with 3 Gype sisters. 2 made it to the wipeout zone. This is the first, Gianna, the middle Gype. And there's the buzzer. She is away, sliding down the aqua launch. Oh, not very good distance. Remember, Adam Lonis launched very far into the wipeout zone. She just sort of petered out at the end here.
Yeah, it's like the aqua launch didn't even notice she was there.
Let's see if she can make up that time on our next obstacle, the Raging Rapids.
This should be the middle sister's time to shine, John, but she seems to be struggling. Wait a second, she just let go.
Gianna needing to dig deep here if she wants to have a chance at beating Adam the balloon pirate's time. Now she's up for her second try.
You know, if she can't handle getting onto the obstacle, how is she going to handle the 1,000-gallon tidal wave?
Oh,
you're kidding.
More trouble. She loses her footing. There's no giant wave needed to send her back into the water, John.
Gianna Gipe somehow being confounded by the raging rapids here. We've never seen this.
Giving it another shot. The middle Gipe disappearing from view once again. Okay, there she is.
There she is.
Wow, still fighting. Nope, down again.
I'm done.
What?
Done.
can't do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gianna Gipe quitting the contest. In this case, she was just completely overmatched by the Wipeout Zone and its raging rapids.
Well, let's see if her little sister can win one for the Giper.
And see Scotty the Songbird take on the Wipeout Zone.
Welcome back to Wipeout, where we are in the second half of the Wipeout Zone, and Adam Lotus, the balloon pirate, is in the lead. But there's still 2 more contestants who have yet to go, Johnny.
And down with Jill right now is Scotty the Songbird Granger.
Oh, yeah. Let's get.
A lot better when he does it.
Oh,
Johnny, people warm up to the Wipeout Zone in all different ways.
Scotty the Songbird Granger tried to make sweet music throughout the qualifier and ended up hitting only 1 sour note. He was number 3 on the King of the Mountain charts and battled hard on the sack launch, which brought him to the Wipeout Zone.
Eat it, ladies!
John, our Songbird first to top the aqua launch, ready to take his shot at the Wipeout Zone and perhaps collect $50,000.
Let's get it on!
And he is away. Whoa! Launching way downrange into the waters of the Wipeout Zone. Too far, in fact. Overshot the landing. It's going to have a longer swim back to the raging rapids than the balloon pirate. He is up on the raging rapids and showing none of the struggles that knocked out Gianna Gipe.
Yeah, John, I haven't seen a backup artist perform like this since K-Fed quit. But how is he going to stack up against a 1,000-gallon dump?
Oh, goodness, a watershed moment.
Oh, my.
Woo! And it sends him all the way back to the beginning of the obstacle. His time on center stage, brief and waterlogged. Our 1,000-gallon gush, a one-time deal.
By the way, interesting fact about Scotty, he just lost 80 pounds, but a lot of it was water weight.
I don't mean to one-up you, but you know, his brother is pro basketball all-star Danny Granger, who inked a $60 million contract with Indiana.
I did not know that. Well, right now, he is only our 2nd contestant to make it thus far into the course tonight.
Well, let's see what he does here on the crazy sweeper, huh? He is off, pushing that ball out of the way. A very sound strategy, as we saw during Adam Lotus's walk down the gangplank. And nothing is getting in his way.
Wow.
Nothing's standing in his way. Look at that. Solid Scotty across on his first attempt.
That puts him that much closer to the $50,000 or .008333 of what his brother makes.
The timing has to be perfect. If he can make it through this obstacle, then he will be setting a blistering time here in the Wipeout Zone.
One more jump to make. Can he do it?
Makes that jump. Oh, a loss of bounds. Down on his knee. Will he hold on? Yep, it looks like he will.
Narrowly avoiding disaster here. Scotty Granger, all he has to do is climb atop, put his legs over to the other side.
Oh, and he will do it with an incredible time of 5:55. Scotty Granger sets a new time to beat.
Then again, there's still one person standing in between him and the $50,000, Jillian Dark Horse Gipe.
Now, what's your strategy for this thing?
Please. I come in contact with things like this every day. God.
Where?
I mean, just like in my house and stuff.
You have a Wipeout Zone in your house?
Yeah, and at the pool. Sweet, coolest thing ever.
Jillian, the Dark Horse Gipe, started out slow on the qualifier, but soon soaked up the rays and came in first on King of the Mountain. She then battled hard and canned even harder on the zigzag buoy run to land here in the Wipeout Zone.
Well, here we are, our last contestant of the night. Jillian Gipe looking to best the time of her arch nemesis, Scotty Granger.
There's the buzzer, and she is away. You will not have to wait long tonight to find out how this thing ends. It's very good distance off the aqua launch.
Take a look at that replay. That is a long launch, and it'll set her up very nicely for a quick swim over to her first obstacle, the Raging Rapid.
And she has the quickest time over to the second obstacle tonight, but she's up against it time-wise.
Making us forget all about her sister, Middle Gipe, John. Let's see if she can withstand the wave, and here it comes, and no, she can.
She'll need to start this thing all over again. Johnny, let's look at that replay.
Wow, that is 1,000 gallons and one tiny Gipe. But there she is, back up on for a second shot at the Raging Rapid.
And doing the Guype name proud. With a time of 2:56, she's actually on pace with leader Scotty Granger, but no margin for error, John.
No, she's made it to the top of the Raging Rapids thus far, but the true test lies right around the bend in the next obstacle, the Crazy Sweeper.
And she is over at the Crazy Sweeper. It's amazing she's doing this well, John, without sunlight. She's making a run for it, using the same strategy that Scotty did, but those sweeper balls, hot pursuit, John.
Are they gonna mess her up? She leaps. Holy cow, she is on to the final obstacle of the Wipeout Zone, the wedge turntables. Well done.
Now we have a fair fight. Could she be clean from here, though? She's killing the course, John. Has more than 2 minutes to complete the turntables and win the $50,000.
Come on, choke. Word from the Peanut Gallery. Maybe she does have a Wipeout Zone at her house, John.
Approaching the 4-minute mark, although a wipeout here still very costly.
Oh,
Into the water she went. Woo. That could be devastating.
Things get interesting now as she really needs to hustle. Now she has just over 40 seconds to make it through a very, very difficult obstacle.
And onto that first turntable. Up and over. 30 seconds left. Will she do it now? She needs to move really fast. Can't afford another wipeout at all.
20 seconds to go, Johnny. She might just pull this off.
But any misstep, any false move could send her back into the water. Looks like she's safely over to the other side of that wedge. 10 seconds left. One more jump.
She leaps. No,
not happening.
Doesn't make it, and there's the horn.
A valiant effort, but America, Scotty Granger is your new Wipeout champion.
You just won $50,000, baby!
Oh, give it to the judge.
You heard?
My girl Jill, we about to go out for a dinner, you heard me? Yeah! You want dinner for real?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, you're not getting it from me. I won, baby! Yes!
Excellent work by Scotty Granger. I hope he enjoys all that cash. Hey, be sure to join us next week. As always, we have 24 new contestants, and they will take on some crazy new obstacles. Until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And for Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.